barking family, welcome back to my channel. My dog is barking per usual. Today I'll be showing you how to create a mirror end table using Dollar Tree products. Now I get so many requests to try doing mirrored furniture using Dollar Tree products. It is very hard to do because Dollar Tree doesn't carry things like wood and big pieces of plastic or big square pieces of plastic or metal, so you really have to use your imagination when you're doing something like this. Now I did do a mirrored end table about a year ago, but I decided to do another one because I was initially making a vanity tray. When I made the vanity tray I was like, oh, this would be a nice table. So basically this mirrored end table doubles as a vanity tray. I really do want to do another mirrored end table using Dollar Tree products, but I think the next time I do want to incorporate some inexpensive like wood or something from another store to make it super sturdy. So if that is something you guys want to see, let's see if we can get this video to, I'm going to aim for 6,000 likes. If we can get this video to 6,000 likes, I'll try to do another Dollar Tree mirrored end table, but this time I'll try using some products that aren't necessarily just Dollar Tree to make it a little bit more sturdy. Remember, you don't want to put anything heavy on top of this, you just want to keep it specifically lightweight items. If you're just making the vanity tray, by all means go crazy with that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, again, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that bell button so you're notified every single time that I upload. With that being said, let's begin the tutorial.
For this DIY, you're going to need mirrors. I used 9 total. It's up to you how many you want to use. Now, what I'm doing is I'm taking one mirror and removing it from the frame. This initial mirror that I used, it has a black frame. The other ones I used, they have a silver frame, and I went with the silver for the sides just so I don't have to spray paint them or anything. Now, I take an 8x10 picture frame. Now, I chose this one specifically because the thickness of the frame. Now, this is going to be the top of my table, which is also going to act as the vanity tray. In that frame, you want to remove the paper contents, but leave the glass. For the small little pieces of mirror that are around the vanity tray, I'm using this framed mirror from Dollar Tree. They're 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. They're small little things. What I'm doing is I'm removing the little pieces of mirror from the frame. Now you might have to wiggle the mirror out and do it very gently because some pieces of mirror are harder to get off of that little cardboard back than other pieces. Some come out super easy and then some come out kind of hard. So if they're hard to get out, just wiggle it around. You'll be able to get it off eventually. Now I'm just taking a wire basket from Dollar Tree and using this to just keep the top of the table on, just so I can get an idea of how I want it to be laid on top of the actual picture frames. It doesn't matter what you use, it's just easier to have it on top of something so you can get an idea. Now before I glue any pieces of the smaller pieces of mirror, I go ahead and I lie them on top of the picture frame to get an idea of how I want them to be placed. Each of those small framed mirrors come with 2 longer pieces of mirror and 2 shorter pieces of mirror. So what I ended up having was 4 of the smaller pieces of mirror on each of the longer sides of the frame, and on the shorter sides of the frame I had 2 of the longer pieces of mirror. On the longer sides of the vanity tray I used 3 of the longer pieces, and then on the shorter sides I used 2 of the shorter pieces. Doesn't really matter how you place those pieces of mirror, that's just the way I did it. Now what I do before I glue any of those little pieces of mirror onto the frame is I place my mirror inside of that picture frame. I did end up using another sheet of glass from a similar picture frame just so I had 2 sheets of glass in the mirror just to make it a little bit thicker and more sturdy, the top of the table. You can go ahead and take the paper contents you took out of the picture frames and place them back inside of the picture frame. You won't be able to see them, and it helps with the sturdiness as well of this little table. To glue on these small little pieces of mirror, you want to use a heavy duty glue. I'm using E6000, which is my favorite heavy duty glue, and the equivalent of that at Dollar Tree is Super Glue Fix All. So if you want to use Dollar Tree, that's what you're going to want to use. You go ahead and you place them all around, and then on the sides, when I glue those pieces of mirror, I went ahead and I just used a hot glue gun. It's fine to use a hot glue gun on the sides, you just want to use a lot of it, and I just used a hot glue gun because it dries quickly, and because the way I was gluing these on, if I try to use E6000 they were just going to slide right off, so instead I used a hot glue gun. You could use E6000 to glue on the sides, it's just you'll have to do it area by area, waiting for the glue to dry in between. It's just a longer process. You guys, I messed up. On the shorter sides of the vanity tray, I didn't use 2 of the small pieces of mirror. I used 2 of the smaller pieces and 1 of the bigger pieces. Now this is the only thing I'm using besides E6000 that's not from Dollar Tree. It's the vanity tray handle. I got this Liberty one for around $1 at Home Depot. I think it was like $1.08-9 something weird like that. And to glue them down, I'm just using E6000. So it's something that's up to you if you want to do this. There's nothing really at Dollar Tree that I like to make a vanity handle out of. It just, nothing really works. Nothing, especially with the mirror. I don't know what the heck you end up using. So if you got any ideas, leave them down in the comments below. But I don't know what would look nice with this. That is the top of the table or the vanity tray. Obviously, if you don't want to make the table, you can always make the vanity tray. Now for the rest of the table, I'm using these framed mirrors from Dollar Tree. I got these ones though because of the frame. I wouldn't have to spray paint them. They're already good to go. Now, again, you want to use a heavy duty glue to glue this all together. But this time around, I'm using my hot glue gun just because it dries quickly. I do it for video purposes because it dries quickly, and then also I can take it apart and reuse the mirrors for another project. But if you're using this for yourself, you want to use a heavy duty glue. Now what you're going to do is you are going to glue your mirrors together. It's easier to glue 3 mirrors together and create 2 of those sets and then glue on the last 2 of the mirrors at the end when you have everything set in place. If you decide that you want to use a hot glue gun like I'm doing, don't be stingy with the glue. You go ahead and you glue that thing up. Like, don't be stingy and then be like, oh, why did this fall apart on me? Because you were stingy with the glue. Girl, don't be stingy with the glue. Now, the first time I made a mirror end table for using Dollar Tree products, I had the square crates and it was super sturdy. This time around, I was trying to think of something else because Dollar Tree doesn't have those right now. Well, I watched a KellyBarlowCreations video, I'll link her down below for you guys, where she used the cat scratch pads from Dollar Tree, and I saw the thickness of them and thought that would work out for this table. I'll link her video down below. It wasn't an end table, it was a sign, a farmhouse sign, so I'll link it for you guys. So that's what I'm going to use because the thickness of this works good. So get some cat scratch pads, glue them to the inside of the table between frames, and this will add a sturdiness to it. I suggest putting a cat scratch board between every corner where 2 mirrors meet because this will make it super sturdy. I then had another idea while I was filming this. I looked over to the side of me and I saw one of the faux wood home decor signs from Dollar Tree, and those things are hard to break. They are very sturdy, so you can use those if you want to. Now the inside of this, obviously it looks janky, and I've said it before, I'm using Dollar Tree products. I'm not going to find real wood at Dollar Tree. I'm not going to find big pieces of metal or big pieces of plastic that I can use, so I have to use my imagination and use items that you normally wouldn't use to create something. If you want to use real wood, by all means go ahead and do that, but you're not going to find that at Dollar Tree, so that's why I'm using cat scratch boards and little home decor signs. If you have a better idea using Dollar Tree products, go ahead and leave it in the comments below for me. I was thinking of using more picture frames, but the picture frames are very lightweight, so I wanted to use something that was a little bit more hefty, and the cat scratch boards, because of the thickness of them and because they're so dense. Once I've got the first 3 initial pieces that are glued in the inside on, I go ahead and I add the other 2 mirrors to close it off, and then I just flip it over and then glue on the other pieces of my cat board. Now, if you want the end table to have the vanity tray, you don't want to glue that on top because obviously you won't be able to remove the vanity tray. But if you just want this to just be a mirrored end table, you can go ahead and glue that top portion on. If you end up making the top a vanity tray, you can always use the inside of the mirror to hold contents inside of. It's all up to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this mirror table. Remember, you can use different materials to do this. This is just an idea. And like I said, I'm using Dollar Tree products, so it makes it a little bit more limited the way that I can do things. But you can always get real wood. You can get, big crates and then put the mirror around the crates. Up to you. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Bye.